Yo 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 guys, it's your boy Promods here today, and today we are going to be running you through the specs of my S-Series S580 for night haulage. So today we are going to be running you through the basic specifications of my vehicle, which are very nice. So first things first, let's start off with the side. So we have a total of 4 wheels per side. So we have one on the front, one in the middle as a mid-lift, and 2 on the rear. So these are all Michelin X multi-way 30s, or 3Ds as I call them, which is a 315-70 R22.5s. We have one of them, well, we have all of them kitted to that wheel spec, so they are all exactly the same tyre. As you can see on the chassis, we do have a mid-lift, which helps me when I'm using smaller loads. I'm doing the nicer loads, I'm not doing nothing heavy, but in the case of me needing a heavy load, I can lower the rear middle axle, which will suspend my cab up and give me a better chance of pulling something heavier above 45 tons. So now let's move to the oh no, we're not finished yet. So on the bottom of the skirts, beg your pardon, we have an elegant bar, which has 3 orange markers as well as one just above on the skirt, which is pretty nice for when I'm in night like this. And also guys, my lights wouldn't be on like this. Normally they would be off in standard mode. Unless I'm driving in a dark road, I would have my full beams on, which look pretty smart. So moving on to the front, we will work from top down. So we have our 2 bars at the top. We have our high bar and our visor bar. Our high bar has 2 Michelin Men and 3 Mark II Lumas, 4 Mark II Lumas, beg your pardon, as well as a beacon mounted to the roof. With our visor bar, we have 4 markers, white markers on the front, with an additional light box, or a light, whatever you would call it. We call them light boxes over in the UK. Just behind, if you can just see, even though that still has night haulage written on it, just behind it will still have night haulage on, just in case it does have to come off for maintenance purposes, etc. So moving down just to the inside of the cab window, we have 2, let's get this turned on, so we have 2 light bars, number plates there. One that has my initials, AJR, Aaron John Rose. The other one is WhiteHart Lane, WHL. For the specification of my cab, we have on the back, we will do a bit of a change here. We have 2 custom made specially for this truck open pipes, which have an open pipe on and off switch for when we go to events, etc. Let me put my hazards on so people know what I'm doing. We have the LED markers on the back, we have the brake lights, the reverse lights are LED, as well as our place markers. So on the back of this truck we have 2 additional chocks for when we are pulling up on trailers. We can slide the chocks under and make sure it doesn't move, or we forget to put the air brake on or something and it does decide to start sliding forward, it will catch on the chocks. So a lot of people ask me, why has my number plate KH18 WHL? So this truck is a Tottenham based truck. I am an avid supporter of Tottenham Hotspurs. Unfortunately we lost to Juventus last night, which was 2-1, but hey, we can't moan too much. We have Harry Kane, Ericsson and Lloris on the back, as well as today it's to do just on Harry Kane's chest near his neck kind of area. And WhiteHart Lane is their main stadium that they live out of, and hence why we have the WhiteHart Lane light board in the back, specially made for this vehicle. So now let's put the lights back on and we will run you through the specs of everything on this truck. So let me turn my hazards off for a minute. So we have 4 additional lights that you get from Scania when you buy a special S-Series. You can have them chosen to be on, which are the 2 top ones there on the light bar and the 2 in the middle grille there, which normally would sit in the off position until you press your high beams or you flash. Then they all come on, as well as your 2 fog lights and the 2 at the bottom, which are for your day running lights. Where it's not daytime, your DLRs won't come on, or DRLs, beg your pardon. So with this truck we have the custom, where we have next to the lights, just above and around them, we have chrome accents, and the Scania has been painted specially for this vehicle. As well as the front grille, we have the 4 blades running across the front grille that are all custom painted to match the truck, as well as the night haulage 1-year-old logos, which I really do like, as well as the grey behind all of them. Of the 5 or 6 different slats that have been painted grey to work with it, we have the R580 and the V8, the S580 and the V8 at the bottom in chrome, as well as a low bar, which at the bottom at the moment only has 5 markers on, 2 orange and 2 whites. The 2 oranges are on either side and the 3 whites are on the front. So now that's pretty much the exterior of this. We have the custom pipes on the back, we have the massive fuel tanks. Now time to jump inside. Unfortunately there's not a lot of light, so let's jump into the services. Whoops. Let's jump into here and we'll run you through the specification of the vehicle from the inside. So we have our brand new custom leather interior, that special interior is done for us, as well as our light incents are still on the doors, and we have the red lighting all around the vehicle to make it look quite nice. We have my Tottenham Hotspurs mug just there, as well as my bag and the extra refrigeration unit, which normally would be placed in front of the chair here on the flat floor, but I was cleaning this recently and I decided to put it in the middle, and that will be moved back over here eventually. So we have our custom Tottenham Hotspurs FHFC or THFC, beg your pardon, with our custom seats with the V8s and the red stitching still embroidered onto it, which is very nice. We have the dark wood, the dark leather, which complements the whole interior perfectly. Excuse me. So now we're going to work up to the top. We have our tachograph up here, we have our beacon lights and our additional lights if need be. Here we have the custom curtain that was made specially for this truck, which extends from one point to the other. We have our smelly incense stuff to make the cab smell nice. And we have the 3 things that are the main importance to my vehicle. We have King, Legend and no smoking. This vehicle is a non-smoking vehicle. Just in case I am off of work or something where someone has to jump in this truck, I wouldn't want them to smoke in the vehicle, and if they do, believe me, they will find out. Here we have our reading light for the evening. There is one just over this side, but we can't go that side. We have 2 storage slots, and we have the additional of 3 lockers there, as well as 3 and a little storage slot up there. So this is a pretty nice truck. I've really enjoyed driving this. I believe in total we have around, if you excuse me for a second, we can find out how many miles we have on this. Where is it? Okay, whoops, wrong button. So in total we have at the minute of 3,160 miles, and we are planning to do a lot more. I'm going to show you the quick route that we'll be doing in the next episode. So currently we are down in Wickford, heading up to Liverpool, which is going to be a fairly short run, but that's what we've got to do. We've got to drive up back to Dublin, over to Holyhead. We'll probably stop at around junction 20 to get some diesel, and then we'll head up to Liverpool, and then from there we should be going up to here, to Portree, or whatever you want to call it, and then we'll go Portree to Grimsby, down here, and then that is us finished for the week. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in the wagon and start getting some of these loads done. So thank you all for watching, hope you enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace!